Yo, welcome back to the channel, y'all. How y'all doing today? Hey, so we're currently on day 14 of the great lock-in, so I just want to tap in with y'all real quick. And today it's going to be kind of like not really lesson based, but it's going to be kind of more of like an awareness thing that I'm just kind of picking up from what's been going on around the world. And so pretty much just to get in, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys hear this familiar topic all the time, but I do feel like right now, with everything that's currently going on in the world, I just feel like right now is not the time to like put yourself out there, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like put yourself out there as far as to like, oh, stop going places and go into a hermit mode situation, but as far as just making sure you're being aware and you're being conscious of not only who but what you are putting your energy to and what you're putting your subconscious mind in alignment with, or putting your subconscious mind in front of. And so I know like nowadays at this point there are so many things that are distracting us. There are so many things in the world that is allowing us to be deceptive and be drawn in into giving our energy up to things that aren't serving us for our highest purpose. So right now you understand that we're currently in a great lock-in. You know, we're currently locked in for the next 3-7 months, however long you guys are planning to go. But throughout this entire time, I'm just telling you about this lesson today because I want you to understand the importance of keeping a tunnel vision and keeping yourself dialed in to a point to where you can cut off distractions using your discernment. Because once you understand, and throughout this journey you will understand, you know, if you're taking the time to build a better relationship with God, then you will understand how to build your discernment and then how to use your discernment to be aware about the things that you are normally wouldn't be so aware about, you know, last week or however it is until it hits you, right? But once you unlock that discernment and you're able to like filter out what it is that is serving you and what is taken away from you, then you're going to start looking at a lot of things differently, and you're going to start reacting to a lot of things in manners that you really normally wouldn't react in. But it's really always been you, but now that you're understanding that, oh, I don't have to feed my energetic core to whatever it is that is going on outside of myself. So for an example, I know we had like a tragic death that happened recently. I'm not going to speak too much about it, but understanding that the weight of the situation, and I understand it's a very crazy situation and everything that's kind of going on behind it, but like I said, I'm not going to go too deep into that because that's that, right? But me hearing everybody around me talk about it and knowing that like, dang, you know, even though this is a sad situation and it is something that is unsettling for a lot of people, because yeah, we can't really talk without having things like this go on into our lives, but it's to me that, okay, we have this situation where it's taken away from us and there's lowering our vibrations. And so when we're putting our energies and our mindsets and our minds and our attentions to things that are bad news or tragic news, what that is doing is it is taken away from us. So the focus and the energy and the drive that you had towards whatever it is that you're currently locked in on, that actually decreases, and you falling back into this same cycle of looping of, oh, I want to get better, I start doing better, but then I get back into the state of, all right, now I'm just doing it all over again, right? That right there is the reason why maybe some of us aren't able to get over to the competitive edge that we need in order for us to stay consistent throughout this entire journey. But just like situations like that, and understand like all of this happens all the time, you know what I mean? Like when media makes something like public headlines and the entire world is in on it, bro, that is the opportunity for them to emotionally get you guys invested. That and through sports as well. So last night was the Canelo fight, right? And so we have this event that goes on with the university thing that happened, and then now we got the boxing upset that's going on right now. And you see in there, they're throwing all of these things around us, the enemy, to distract us, you know what I mean? And me doing my walk, like me taking my journey with God and me like asking for the things that I'm asking him for, as far as like what kind of wisdom should I need to acquire for in order for me to get to where you need me to go. Like right now he's showing me like how the enemy works, like how the enemy is like literally manipulating our energies. And so with this lock-in, I just want to come back and circle this full around to emphasize for you guys that be mindful of what it is that you're going to spend your day doing. Be mindful of your time. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that anybody else is perfect unless, you know, you actually dedicated to put the work in, because there are some people who can do some work at a ridiculous rate. But I read a book, you know, the 10X rule, and bro, you can always do more than what it is that you're currently doing. You know, a lot of people be like, oh, I can only get like one song done a day, right? And this is just an example. There's music artists that can get 30 songs a day. There's other artists that can get 10 songs a day, and there's other artists that can get 5, and some that can only get 1 a week. But thing is, we can all do more, but it's gonna be what is currently taken away from my energy, what is taken away from my attention spiritually and mentally and energetically, for me to not put all of that energy into the fullest one thing that I can be doing with my life that's gonna help me get to where I need to go, right? And so that's pretty much what I want to wrap up with you guys today. But yeah, throughout this lock-in, recommendations that I guess I could give you guys is delete all social media apps, or keep the ones that you're going to be posting on if you're going to be doing business with social media. If you don't plan on deleting your social media, then what I can say is implement a better system of your screen time. Like maybe I'm only going to be on Instagram like 1 hour, 2 hours a day. You know what I mean? And then boom, that's it. Monitor your time like that. You know, just set up some type of boundaries for yourself in order for you to put yourself in a position that you can succeed without falling into this trap of, oh, I done did it again. I done got sidetracked so many times, and now God is coming around and he's giving us a check-in for our harvesting, and I ain't put enough work in, and now I'm not gonna get the results that I'm looking for. I'm gonna get something, but I'm not gonna get the results that I was quite looking for, because I was spending too much of my time putting my energy being distracted, because the enemy got me distracted. You know what I mean?